Okay, Taru has joined. He has added, asked to be accepted.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like an old person. I'm like, I'm not that
No,
bad at
seriously, I was
technology.
supposed to be like, look now, I'm not that skilled, and I'm a tech person, but I ain't know.
Look, my homie, he was an IT person at one of the schools I worked at. He was like, if anything's wrong, first thing you need to do is just reset. Like,
Yeah, that's the first thing. Turn everything off and start over again.
like 90% of the time that fixes it. So we'll see.
Period. All right,
We're
so I'm gonna give it like 2 or 3 minutes for people to rejoin, and then we're gonna get started.
here.
I hope you have your stuff ready. You remember what you were supposed to have?
What am I supposed? Oh, is homework? If it's more than what I thought, then
No, it was only I only gave you like two little,
it was
two
two.
little homework assignments.
You're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna
We're
see.
gonna see. All right, I'm gonna give it like 30 more seconds so that the people who was already in here, hopefully they'll get the notification and come back in.
Hello, good people.
Everybody, please share to like whatever groups that you're in, any poetry groups, any DMV area groups. Just share the live so they can come on in here and get this knowledge that Taru is about to drop on us. I got it working now. I got it working. We're in.
I'm in some groups with some people.
Yes, Lone Wolf. When you feature for me, there's homework. I'm a teacher. I don't play that.
Look, and she got on me. You remember when you came to Bloom Bars and I asked you the question? It was a vocabulary question. You were like, I'm off. This is
Right.
this is off hours. What are you doing?
But I answered the question though, because
and did.
technically I'm never off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm a teacher.
Look, I've
Hey
seen it.
boo, hey.
Seen
Oh,
it.
my girl Kanisha is in here. We have the same name. Love it, love it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because we want to respect everybody's time. I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. This is Rhythm and Soul Open Mics host, Poetic Soul, with our April National Poetry Month feature, Taru Marcellus. Everybody clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right, so tonight we are going to be going through Taru's top 5 songs that he's either currently listening to or just overall top 5 that he loves. We are also going to be playing a round of 2 truths and a lie. And if you're in the live and you win the 2 truths and a lie and you make your way out to Rhythm and Soul Open Mic on Saturday, Poetic Soul will buy you a free drink. Hey. I will also be auctioning off the same way that I did at the last show. I gave away a ticket. I will also be giving away a ticket to Charm City Slam for April the 26th. Or no, not the 26th. I don't know what day it is. It might be like the 24th or something like that. But I will be giving away a free ticket to that show. So whoever wants to come out to Baltimore with me, yay! All right, so Taru, you ready to get into these questions?
I am. I did prepare. I did prepare. I was
You
worried
did prepare.
you brought it back up. I was like, what was I supposed to do?
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so first question.
Mhm.
And this is something that maybe a lot of people do not know about you, but I heard that you went on a bike journey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. So could you tell us what inspired you to go on that journey?
Look, you start talking about this bike journey, we're gonna be in here for an hour. Um,
No.
uh, so the bike journey, I'll try and give you the short and sweet. The bike journey, I was living in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I was teaching. I was teaching high school math,
Hmm.
and I did a shrooms trip. Shrooms is integral to who I am at this point, right? But I did a shrooms trip with a friend, Ife, down there, and at the end of the trip, by the end of it, because it was a whole expansive experience, we really just walked in nature for a few hours, right, and talked and chilled. But by the end of it, I was like, I have no home. Like I just came out of it, I was like, I have no home, and I need to quit this job. And and when I went home and reflected on it, it was really like, okay, I do need to quit this job. I said I was going to
Okay.
do it the next day. That was not, that
The
wasn't the
case.
reality, right? Like that would be very irresponsible. But I was like, I need to quit this job. I need to release like my material possessions, right? Like I need to just
Mm,
things that I'm surrounding myself with, and that included the place where I was staying. I was renting, but it was the only place in my entire life that I like had to myself, right? Like no
mm,
roommate, no parents, just me. But I was like, I need to release this space and all the things that come with it, and I need to float, right? This is what came from the shroom trip. I need to float. And so initially I was like, maybe I couch surf for an extended period of time and just hit different cities where I know people and just experience life that way. But it evolved in the like week to follow. I was just listening a lot. Like I detached from my friends for a little bit. I wasn't going out. I was intentionally sober, and it came. It was like, okay, instead of just like floating and couch surfing, I'm gonna bike, and I'm gonna bike cross.
mm.
And there was so little, there was so little planning, bare bone skeleton planning. Um, but I knew the destinations. I was like, I'm gonna bike, and I'm gonna bike to Seattle, Washington, and
Wow. Complete opposite side of the country.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So while you were on that journey, was there ever a time where you felt like fearful because you didn't know what was coming next, or any like whatever challenges you met on that journey? Like, how did you face those challenges, not knowing, like, literally, you did not know what was coming up next?
No, that's a very good question. There was fear. I would be a liar if I said there was no fear at all. But even in the midst of all that fear, there was faith. And when I say
Mm,
faith doesn't come from any religion, so I want to be very specific about that so no one gets it confused. But there was a faith in a higher power for sure that I was just covered. Higher power or higher sources or, an amalgamation of different things. But like I felt protected during that whole trip. And so I think it was the first week that I was on the road because the entirety of the trip spanned 1 week short of a year. So essentially,
wow.
and the first night, the first day of the trip shift, right? Like I thought the very first big city I was going to was going to be Dallas. Nope.
Mm,
First day on the bike, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna shift. Um I'm gonna go to Houston instead, and it literally it changed the whole
trajectory.
trajectory. And that happened multiple times, but in the first week of the trip, I had taken one thing in terms of physical protection for myself, and that was just like a knife, right? Like a
Mm,
pocket knife. And I was sleeping outside. I slept in so many different spaces throughout it. But I was sleeping outside of like a hardware store, and I was sleeping on these gates, right? But I put padding down, and that night, this is in the first week. That night, the pocket knife like slipped from my pocket and fell through like the holes in this gate. And I tried. I really did. I tried. I was there for a little bit. I tried to get it. I couldn't reach it. And I was like, you know what? That's a sign. I don't need it, and
it is
the
what it
protection
is.
that I'm speaking about was not physical. It was spiritual. Is
Mm,
I can put it. So I felt protected. But even in that, there was fear. I had more interactions with cops than ever before in my entire life. Um, I slept outside in spaces I had never been to in my life, and so, fear of humans, right? Like I don't know the intentions of people. Also, fear
hmm.
of animals, right? Like what if anything could happen. But I'm here, and
Amen.
that
Ashe.
real.
All right, so let's get into one of your top five songs.
Yeah. So I did do my homework. I got two songs that are just like long standing. Like they've been with me for years and
Okay.
they've withstood the test of time. So I'll say the first one is Let It All Work Out by Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
it's a very like real raw song. Like he even talks about his suicide attempt in that song. So it's not
Hmm.
like complete upper, but the hook of it is Let It All Work Out. And I find that when I play that song, it's very affirmative to me, and it just lets me know, like, I don't need to stress. you know?
It's just gonna all work out.
Yeah, it's already covered. Like the path is written, right? I can ride the wave. I don't need to have all this anxiety around like these small details, you know?
Hmm.
And so I play that song a lot. Like it's been in my so in doing this assignment, I was like, let me go back to like playlists that I've made and stuff. And I stopped paying for Spotify like 2 months ago. So I've been listening to way less music. Um, but when I looked, that song has been in my top 100, like the top 10 of my top 100 for like 5 years running.
In a row. Okay. Okay. Cool.
And so it's
So
a
that's
go.
that's basically a mantra. Like you live your life according to that. Like just let it all work out, right? Because I think it takes a massive sized cojones to say I'm just gonna get on a bike and I'm just gonna travel outside for almost a year. Like, hey, salute to you, my guy. Like that takes strong willpower to not back down from the fear because that is unknown. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
All right, so but
I said it was like bare bones skeleton planning. I really
mm-hmm.
thought I was gonna be done in like 3 months. Like the kids I was teaching, I cardinal sin, right? I left the school during the school year. Terrible.
Oh,
Uh,
what's that saying? F them kids? I mean, no, not really, but just in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do what you got to do, okay?
I
In
appreciate
reality,
the kids who, because there were a couple straight shooters who were like, Mr. Thompson, like I'm gonna miss you, but I understand. Because I explained it to them. It was high schoolers. I'm not babying you. I'm not cutting you.
right?
I explained it to them, and a handful were like, "I understand what you're saying, right? Like you have something that's calling you, and you're going after that calling. You have a dream. You're following that dream, and they
And that's
respected.
important. Yeah.
Um, but it was also a lot of pain in that process, right? Of leaving them because there was an attachment grown. I had been at that school for like a year and a half, um, and I was like, I'm gonna leave, uh, but I don't know. It was all
You
for a
know what's
greater.
interesting to me is you'd be surprised at how many of those students probably gain something in watching you do that. That
Hope.
you probably that you might not ever get to see the fruits, you know what I'm saying, of those seeds that you planted, but you definitely planted something in them by following your calling, following your dream. You planted a seed. Like people don't really understand, like when you teach, it is they tell you that, these jobs, it's business. Teaching is not business. It is very personal. You're giving of your entire self to these beings that you're, you know what I'm saying, imparting knowledge into. So I would really, yeah, I hope that one day you get to see like the impact that had on those students who were there that really like just understood that you had a mission and you had to go on it and complete it. All right,
Yeah.
so let's get into song number 4.
Song number 4. Oh,
Yep.
we're supposed to be in order. They're not in order.
I mean, no, it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but that's for my own mental reference so I know where we are.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me know where we. All right, cool, cool, cool. Um, so song number 4, I'll do a song that I learned about recently. It's a newer song. It's
Okay.
Something in Between by Olivia Dean.
Okay.
So I don't even know. I feel like she's been on the scene for a while, but I did not. And someone can cast stones. I don't care. I didn't know about Olivia Dean and her music before last year, and she put out her latest album. And honestly, there's a song. There's a different song on there that was just like a couple minutes, and she did a colors version of it. And that song, I was going through like all these relationship emotional feels, and that song just like moved me. Like in trying to get over someone, I was repeating that song and that song over and over and over. But I'm choosing this other song, Something in Between, because like after I grew past a couple minutes, right? Something in between has been on heavy rotation, heavy
Mm,
rotation. And I feel like it has some of the same emotional elements, but it tells a different story in terms of like romantic relationship and like, you know, when you're in that gray area or something's just freshly ended.
right.
Um, yeah.
Okay, so that I'm about to be in my healing phase. Like I'm about to go on this journey of I'm no longer in this relationship. What's next? Like,
Yeah.
how am I going to heal myself from this? How am I going to move on from this? And don't
But
feel bad because I'm telling you right now, I
understand,
don't know who that is.
it's not just a me thing. Like, where
Yeah.
am I? It's like, what are we now? Right? Like,
Hmm.
in relation to each other, and how are we navigating this? Even though we're not,
Mm. Together anymore.
yeah.
Ooh, I don't know who that is, but hopefully, like drop it in the comments or something so I can go look it up later. I feel like on the last live, the way I got thrown under the bus about the things that I really just don't know about. It's okay. It's okay. I don't. There's lots of things that I don't know, and it's okay. We're on a learning journey. I'm a teacher. I learn new things every day, and that's good.
That,
I'm good with that.
that part.
All right. So you did mention that you host Bloom Bars. For anybody who did not know, Taru hosts Bloom Bars every first Friday.
No.
So definitely come out. It's a vibe. I just wanted to ask, like, a lot of us are poets, we're performers, we're artists.
Mhm.
What gave you that unction, that urge, that desire to transition into being like a host and curating a whole show?
Yeah. So first off, Bloom Bars. The at is you bloom, we bloom. So you can find all the events because I host the open mic once a month, but there's so much that happens there. This Saturday before the feature, I'm having my book launch at Bloom Bars. Right, that's one of it's a beautiful space. But honestly, the way my life has been working, um, would not make sense to a lot of people. And what I mean when I say that is like I just feel like I'm aligned
Mm-hmm.
with where I should be when I should be there. And so the opportunities present themselves. Um
Okay.
and I have an affirmation like a whole it's in my book that just came out, the affirmations I do every single morning. Um but one of them is I don't I don't chase, I attract, right?
That part. Mm-hmm.
And that's for so many things, right? But it feels like the opportunities, because I'm in alignment, just flow to me. So I went to Bloom Bars originally because of Ife the artist. I'm not gonna put her full government out there,
But
but
we love us some Ife. Yes, we do.
love,
Mm-hmm.
truly, her name is Love, so you know it's got to be real. I went there because of her. We knew each other like as teenagers. And so when I got back to DC, I was like, I need to pop in. I've seen her stories. I've seen that she's hosting and she's doing these big things with poetry and art. And so I went to the space and loved it. Just like the energy
Immediately.
walking in, feeling welcomed. I was like, this is special. And so I went and then I went back and then I went back. And John, I started to get to know John, and he he really presented me with the opportunity after like witnessing my poetry a few times, after having some conversations and getting to
Mm-hmm.
know outside of just what I write. um he approached me with the opportunity. Shout out to Will Cook. Will Cook was the host of the Garden open mic before me, and
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
and he, you know, he had other life things with his business and just life, right? So he was stepping down and John was looking for someone to come
Feel
and
that.
fill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he reached out to me, tapped me in, and when it was presented I was like,
Who,
yes,
me?
yes. Are you
Who,
kidding
me?
me? I feel like that's the next step in it's not for everybody, right? But it felt like it was the next step in doing the
In your
poetry.
progress.
I'm presenting these ideas and these words and my perspective, but then when you step into the host role, it's you hold. Yo, who's
I
that?
am so sorry.
What up? Who's that?
Shadow. He's bad. He's a terrorist.
Oh,
He's a whole terrorist. Hi, Shadow. Yes, yes.
I
My
love
little
that.
brain cat. This is what
So
we're doing
comfortable
now.
because he jumped
So
right up.
comfortable.
I
So
love
comfortable. This is what we're doing. Continue. We're just gonna talk because he's enjoying his best life, you know?
Yeah, I love it. Um, yeah, I think I think hosting is the next step, right? Because not only it's no longer really about you as a host, right? That's the way I see it. It's you holding space for
Mm,
other people to share their art, to feel heard, to feel understood, to feel seen, all these things. And one of the things, because I was watching even this podcast earlier today, Dope Poets, these poets and poetry,
yes, I love that podcast.
right?
It's
I was
so
watching,
good.
and they talk about so much involving the poetry community, but they were talking about these different open mics and the characteristics that drive them. Um, and Bloom Bars, I feel like again is aligned. I'm probably gonna say that word too many times, but it felt aligned because it's a I don't know. It feels like a sacred space. It's multi generational. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of intention there, and it's a space that feels like it's low stakes enough for people who are starting to
Okay.
feel comfortable,
Comfortable. Hmm.
to feel supported, and to feel encouraged, right? And I think that's a beautiful thing because there's people who've been doing poetry for 5, 10, 15, 20, right? Mad years. But then there's always people, and not just poetry, just like creating. There's always
Right.
people who are just stepping into it, right? Like when there's a person who comes and they're like, "This is my first time ever sharing," I get chills. When there's a kid who comes up, like there was this girl. I was like, "How old are you?" She's like, "I'm almost 12," and she plays the guitar. She has the lyrics that she wrote memorized. She's singing, and then at the end, when the questions come, she's like, "Yeah, I have it's I'm not gonna put her. All she's 12, right? So I'm not gonna put her stuff out. But she's like, it's this on all platforms, and I got a YouTube and an Instagram and a and
No, that's
a
right. Come
and a
on.
and a website, right? So like to see these things, there's at least one moment every time I host where I'm just like, wow, like this is an honor. Like I got tapped into this, but it feels like such a privilege to hold this space.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so I accepted it because it was aligned, and it wasn't something that I sought, but it was definitely something that felt meant for me. Um,
I like that. I like that. All right, so let's get into song number 3.
Song number three. Song number three. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm bouncing around. This is how I live my life as well. Random. Song number three is also a long standing song for me, right? Like if I go back to 5, 6 years ago, it's been in the top 100, top 10 of the top 100. It is "Blessings" by Chance the Rapper. Um,
Mm,
Chance the Rapper and Jamila Woods, because there's two blessings. He has two songs, exact same name. They both hit, both of them, both of them. But the one with him and Jamila Woods again feels affirmative. And I said earlier, my faith doesn't stem from a religion, but I grew up in church,
hmm.
and Chance the Rapper be making the church bops, right? But the hit,
Yes, he does.
I'm not in church, but this still slap. I'm still. I'll play this in my car. I play it in my earphones. I play it out loud on the train, whatever. Um, So blessings, this particular one, also feels like a mantra. It's like blessings keep falling in my lap. It feels
Okay.
like blessings keep falling in my lap. And then he goes off. And just like let it all work out, I feel like after every time I play that song, something just falls.
Blessing
Something
this fall.
falls. Literally. It's like in my lap, it's like, wow, I didn't ask for this specifically, but it is again aligned. This is putting me on further on the path that I want to go down.
Hmm.
Um, so that one has been locked in for years, and I go to it often.
I love it. Okay. All right, so next question.
This
You
is fun.
mentioned, huh?
I said this is fun, by the way. Thank you.
Hey, I'm a vibe, okay? Rhythm
Hey,
and soul, come. It's
come through.
fun. We're gonna have a good time, guaranteed. All right, so I want to know about your new book. I know you. This is not your first book, though, right?
No, 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 it's not. I got them lined
Okay.
up. I got them lined up. I was ready. I was kind of ready,
All right. So how many books we got?
Book one, Die or Live.
Die or live trying. And I was gonna tell you, I love that play on words. Yeah, because everybody always says the reverse, but no, die or live trying. I love that.
Because you gotta die. Who's gonna avoid?
Everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. So you might as well live.
You might as well. Come on now.
Hmm.
That one was published during the pandemic, 2020. Excuse me. And then this is my new book, Golden Teachers in the Hood.
Love it. I love
And
the shrooms. That
I
was a nice touch.
it's yeah, Golden Teachers in the Hood was published like it just came out less than a month ago. This is very very new, very fresh. Um, I did a live with my mom. My mom is number one supporter, top supporter. I don't
I
think
I had the pleasure of meeting your mom. I love that woman. She's amazing. Her energy is amazing. She has such a giving, sweet, kind spirit. I fell in love with her that day. I did. I did.
I'm gonna tell her that yo, um, she's love. She is love. And she loves hard. And so I'm her only son. So I receive all of it, you know. Um, but she did a live with me. She was like, I'm trying to help. She wants to be a momager.
I know that's right. Come on, mom, get
I,
it ready.
I was like, no, no, thank you.
Come
No,
on, mom. Let mom let her manage. Let her do her thing thizzle.
but she was like, the book's out. Let's go. She goes live a lot. She was like,
Hmm.
live, let's do an interview, right? We can go over to my friend's house. She has a nice setup with this. It's like a wall that has like this tunnel, this dark tunnel. It's like tagged up with graffiti, but there's a light at the end, and it's a really good backdrop. So she was like, let's go over to my friend's house. Let's do a live. Let's promote this. Let's put it out there for people. And in doing so, she was like trying. I feel like she was trying to avoid the shrooms, in a way, because the people who follow her, and I understand it, but then it's impossible with this book,
With that
right?
book, it's impossible. It's right there, front and center. Like, hey,
It's on the cover.
what
People,
are those?
I've been saying, if you know, about this, right? If you know,
Hmm. It's
but
art.
really, it's a Golden Teachers is a strain of mushroom.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
learned something new today.
this book title means different things to different people, and I'd be like, if you know, right? But you can't avoid it because it's in the title, it's on the cover, right?
Hmm.
Alluded to in on the back cover where it's like ingest, wait, take a breath, right? And there's the poetry. Honestly, the curation of it was my favorite part. Curation of it, and then the editing process because it was with friends. Those were
Mm.
but the curation, like putting it together, finding the order to make a cohesive story, um it's
I
meant
love
to
that.
mimic a shroom trip. Like if you actually took shrooms and tripped out, it's the waves that hit you, right? Because it's not, first off, it's a 6 to 8 hour experience, right? Or it could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more, but it's an extensive time period that you're feeling the effects. And they don't just, it's not like a linear thing. It's like,
Right.
wow, I'm giggling off nothing right now. Like everything is funny. Life is just bright. And then maybe, then it's an introspective wave and you're just like, why am I even here? Like, I feel like I've done this before and, and I've already seen all this and, I've passed through all of this and I'm ancient and I've all this stuff. Right. And then 10 minutes later, you're like crying. You're just
Hmm.
sobbing uncontrollably, and it could be happy, it could be sad, it could be anything, but like this book is meant to mimic uh a shroom trip if it does it effectively, and some people will feel it because they've done it before, and some people may not because they've never experienced it. But like somebody said they almost died. Good God, I'm glad you're still here. Good God. Good God. I shouldn't laugh at that. Almost died.
Don't laugh at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh. No, you should not.
But
Oh God. All right,
that's
so let's get into song number two.
look.
And just for the record, Poetic Soul did not take mushrooms before.
Oh, she's like, I do not endorse this behavior. What's that? Disclaimer.
No, I did. Hey, look, I believe in self medication. I do. Okay, so however you choose to self medicate to get through life, hey, I'm all for it. I just wanted the audience to know that I had not. I'm just laughing. Okay, I'm just laughing. I did not partake in mushrooms before we started this experience.
I will say, even as someone who's saying this about the book and everything, right? And my experience with mushrooms, which has been multiple times, um, I'm an advocate for it, but I'm an advocate for intentional use, right?
Mm,
Medicinal use,
purposes. Okay.
because it can be used recreationally. Like there's tons of people who take it, they go to um, they go to a concert, and it can be a blast. You know, you can have
Hmm. Hmm.
but the way that I use it, at least at this point in time in my life, is definitely intentional. It's medicinal. It's like the very first time that I took it, I was like, this is an epiphany drug. Like I feel like if I really need to confront something and like push through, then this can be an aid in that. And I'll leave it at that. But that's right. Hit my DMs if you have questions or write anything about that.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
um, fourth song. Fourth song is a song that came into my life last year. Shout out to the homie Pat Smith, if you know him,
Hmm.
and you know a great
Don't.
person.
Hmm.
Um,
I know
he
nobody. I got
he
to get
bought.
out more clearly.
Well, he's in New Orleans now. He was in DC, but then he went back to New Orleans. We met in New Orleans. Then he came. I found out that he was from up here, and like we reconnected up here. He came to Bloom Bars. We was kicking it. It was cool. And then he moved back to New Orleans, which I don't fault anybody for that. That place is amazing.
It is
Um,
amazing. I love New Orleans.
Facts. But fourth song will be "No Control" by Pat Smith.
Okay.
Um, it is probably the least known of all the songs on my list.
Hmm.
But one, he's a dear friend. Two, he's got a phenomenal voice. Like he plays keys and he sings, and his voice is just like encapsulating. Like it grabs hold of you and you get lost in it. Um, and so the song "No Control" does a lot for me in the same way that "Let It All Work Out" does.
Okay.
It just reminds me to like let things go, right?
Hmm.
Like control is an illusion, and honestly, this year it's been the theme of my life so far for these first 4 months of just like me trying to control a narrative, control a rollout, control um, the book process, um,
Hmm.
the future, and in reality, it's not in my hands, right? Like I
It's
can.
gonna be what it's gonna be regardless. So you just better put your little seatbelt on, buckle up for the ride,
Yeah,
and you kind of just gotta take it as it comes. So yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure.
I highly
Control is definitely an illusion.
highly recommend "No Control" by Pat Smith. Um, it's a wonderful song. It's one that when I put it on and I play it a lot, like it ended up. It's the first time in my life that a close friend or a friend or someone I knew was in like my top 100, and he was in my it was in
Hmm.
my top five, right? So I played the
Oh
song,
wow.
and it's a song that when you listen to, you really gotta sit with it. Like I'm not about to be like playing basketball and listening to this, or it's the song that's like, okay, this is taking me to another space. This is helping me
Hmm.
release.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to see if anybody in the audience had a question that they wanted to ask
Oh,
Taru. So if there's anybody in the audience that has a question that they would like to ask Taru, this is your opportunity. I'm going to take this time to take a question from our viewers.
I like this.
I mean, you gotta, I'm random. I'm a Gemini,
I love random, right? Why?
Yeah, that's just how we live. And if nobody asks a question in the next like 10, 15 seconds, then we're just gonna Lone Wolf said, can you poop?
Honestly, right? Because there's no reason to lie. I used to be able to hoop like really well, like in high school and college. I don't do it as much anymore, and
Mm.
so I can't verify. I can't verify whether I can hoop
I
without.
can't verify.
What I can say is I'm still athletic as fuck, right? Like I can still run fast, I can still jump high, I can still play defense. Can I still shoot? I don't know.
Mm.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
and also I'm gonna take this other question. What are your top 5 affirmations?
Top five
Just give
affirmations.
us five that you say.
I am on the right path.
I'm on the right path.
I am on the right path. That's everything that I'm about to give you is part of what I say daily, right? I am on the right path. I live in my purpose daily, therefore I am successful.
Mm.
Hmm. My impact will be felt. And so,
Mm.
but it's my impact will be felt, and so it is. Ashe. That's the very end of it, right? But that's all together, really. Um, I'm alive, and that is enough reason to be grateful.
Whew, come
Some of
on.
some of these, right? Like I do this every morning, regardless. It doesn't even matter what kind of day. I do this every morning, but sometimes certain ones pop out midday, mid afternoon, end of the day, and it's just like, wow, I don't need all what 20, 30 affirmations, but that one right there is like really getting me through this moment,
Hmm.
right? And so that one is a constant reminder, right? Like I'm here, I'm alive. This is a blessing in and of itself.
In and of
Um,
itself. Yep.
in and of itself, that does a lot for me. Um, I one more. Ooh, this one is not in my morning affirmations, but it is on my wall, and I look at it every day. I am the gatekeeper of my own success.
Ooh, powerful,
Yeah,
powerful, powerful. I am the gatekeeper of my own success. You know
yeah.
why I like that so much? I in 2025, I decided, and it was a decision, right? Nobody asked. I didn't ask anybody. I decided that I was going to do all of the things in 2025, and I did them.
Hey,
And then I decided that in 2026, I was going bigger, right? So this year, you know what I'm doing? I'm going bigger
mm,
because, like, nobody can stop me but me. I
facts.
am the gatekeeper to my own success. Nobody can stop me but me. So oh man, yeah,
I'm a
kudos to that. Yes.
100% believer in that, and the what you just described is ironic. That's the perfect word, but it's funny as well because I had a feature at Shirlington Busboys last night,
Yes.
and with some people know this, some people don't, but with my features, I like to do a theme. Sometimes it's random, right? I've done that like I think once or twice, but I typically do a theme and just like thread that theme throughout the whole thing. And so
Hmm.
last night, the theme was dreams,
Ooh, okay.
and so all the poems in some way, shape, or form connected to dreams, and not the kind you have when you're asleep. No, like I'm talking about like the vision you have of your future. And
Hmm.
so the interlude, there were like two major interludes, or like in between stops. And the first one, I called it the dream state, right? So I had sticky notes all around the bus boys and pens all around, and so I had people take the time to write down the dream that they had for themselves.
Ooh.
And then I did some more poems, right? And then there was a second dream state. And the second dream state was inspired by conversations I've had with friends and family recently, right? And publishing this book and publishing Golden Teachers in the Hood, right? I told people I want to go on tour with this book,
Okay.
right?
So touring is happening. We spoke it into the atmosphere.
It
It's a done deal.
it,
It's
it
happening.
already is that part. Um,
Yeah, it's happening. Let's
and
go.
for family, the response was, what does that look like? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to different cities. I'm gonna hit open mics. I'm gonna, speak. I'm gonna perform, and I'm gonna show my book, and I'm gonna, just network. And people were like, oh, that's awesome, Uh, but you could do more than that. You could. What about like reaching out to bookstores, in these cities you're going to and setting up something with them, right? Maybe a reading. What about um connecting with poets who are in those cities in advance, right? And maybe like cross-pollinating your audience. So like you gain new
Mm-hmm.
followers, they gain new followers, and you
Yep.
have people before you even get to a city who at least know of you. Or like what about, you can go to open mics, but what about going to these places and like literally just curating your own event? So
That
these
part.
people in life pushed me, right? Because I already thought like I'm doing a tour. I didn't do anything with my first book. It was a pandemic. I'm doing a tour. I was like, this is big. But these people, it pushed me to be like, okay, you have a dream, but dream bigger. So what you just said, right? That was the second interlude of last night. It was like first one, write down the dream you have for yourself. Second interlude, take the time and imagine beyond what you already think is possible,
Go
right? Like
bigger. Just go
big.
bigger.
Yeah.
Go bigger. Go
So that
bigger.
yesterday.
I love that.
Yeah.
See the alignment, right? Because that's the word for
Oh,
the night. Alignment.
in, in
All
it.
right, so we're gonna get into your last song. What is
Okay.
the last song on your list?
The last song is this one. I'll be honest, I don't listen to as often,
Mm-hmm.
but it is extremely powerful for me. It is a song that I was introduced to when I was biking across the country. It's a
Okay.
song called "I Am" by Satsang.
Okay.
Sang. And now I'm noticing a theme in these songs, because a lot of them are just like affirmative. And
Affirmative
that
song.
is it's like it's different than all the other songs that I've mentioned. Um, it's just like guitar and it's alternative, and but the words, it's all from most of the songs I listen to, it's the lyrics, right? So it's the words that do it. Um, yeah, I Am by Satsang. It just makes me feel like that affirmation of like I am on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
It that the whole song gives me that energy, and it's just like I'm doing what I am meant to do, and I'm meant to be here doing it right now.
I love that. Okay. All right, so this is my favorite part of the show where we play two truths and one lie. And again, if you're here on the live and you do wind up coming to the Rhythm and Soul open mic, which is on Saturday at Provost, Rhode Island Avenue Northeast, free show. Don't gotta pay. It's only free. Like you can't afford not to be there. So if you guess the lie, then you will receive that free drink, whatever it is, whether it's coffee, tea, a shot, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want. It's on Poetic Soul. All right. So hey, Natural Essence.
I know her.
I'm sorry. I was in a slam with her
Whoa,
Women's Month. Yeah, we were in a slam together. So that's how I met her. She's amazing. I love her.
truly.
All right, so two truths and a lie, Taru. Let's go. Tell us two truths and one lie.
All right, two truths, one lie in random order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, so I've done one triathlon and two marathons.
One triathlon and two marathons. Okay.
Triathlon, two marathons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went streaking on my college campus,
Ooh, streaking on a college campus. That sounds interesting.
and I am actually a chess grandmaster.
A chess grand master. What? All right, guys, there you have it. Two truths and a lie. Which one is the lie? Did he do one triathlon and two marathons? Did he go streaking on his college campus? Because I really want to know the answer to that. And what was the last one? I forgot that fast. Because see how I was thrown off by the streaking? I couldn't get past it. Because like what?
And I am a chess grandmaster.
Chess grandmaster. All right. So put your answers in the chat. Put your answers in the chat. And like I said, if you guess the right answer and you show up to Rhythm and Soul open mic on Saturday, free drink on me.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give you guys like 10, 15 seconds to get in there. Oh, Keisha said this is hilarious. Well, thank you, ma'am. Come back all the time, monthly. I will be doing these with the people that are featuring, okay? Because we like to have fun. No, the 2 triathlons and the 1 triathlon and 2 marathons, that's all one thing.
These people
That's
don't
all
know.
one thing. What's up, Can Man? That's my guy right there.
What up, Can Man?
Thank you for joining. All right. Time for the lie. What did you not do, Taru? What are you lying to us about?
I am not a chess grandmaster.
You are not a chess grandmaster. See, I knew you actually went streaking because you strike me as the type that would do something like that. Oh,
people don't be seeing that in me, but it's there.
I saw it. I was like, no, that sounds interesting. We needed to, when we get offline, we might need to have a conversation about this. So you are not, do you know how to play chess though?
Oh, I love chess. I'm good.
Okay. You're good, but not a grandmaster.
Anybody who plays, let's play. But I'm not a grandmaster, no.
Okay, so nobody actually guessed that.
No, somebody did.
One person who did it. If you said he was not a chess grandmaster, please put it back in the chat right now so I can see.
He called me out. He must play chess or something.
All right, so we are coming to the end of our interview. I just want to say thank you so much for blessing my mic, for just trusting me to present your art to the world, right? Would you mind giving us just a little snippet of something, or is there anything specific that you just want to say to everybody before we get, we grooving? I mean, because you was moving them shoulders like, I mean, we could do it. We could groove. We could do it.
Get the brain flowing, you know?
Okay.
To get the brain flowing. I'll share this part was this poem is one of my most recent poems. It's the last one that I've memorized. It's less than a month old, but it was part of my feature last night, and I feel like it's very important right now. It's extremely right now.
Let's go.
Capitalism is an endless marketplace. They even sell war. The idea of control, a revolving ad on the eyelids. What have you conquered lately? A day? What have you killed recently? A goal? I love you to death and am ready to prove it. Here is a bomb. I am a philanthropist, so giving in my taking. Even nonprofits monetize on poverty. Honesty is a weapon too. And this is an arms race to enlightenment. What lies beyond this field, plain, closed vision, espionage? Your line is tapped. So is mine. But can we read between the noise? Prophet. The prophet says consume. And we are full of gluttony. Don't stare into an eye too long. It can blind you. Are you a slave to your senses, or do they serve you? Have you bought into the idea of reality yet? This is the first trap and the last selling point. Capitalism is an endless marketplace. What are you a product of? And that's that piece.
Dang. Okay. Wow. Ooh, I like that prophet. Like that double entendre right there. Yes, I caught that. Yes, yeah. that was fire. Okay. So if you liked anything that you saw tonight, please come see me and Taru on Saturday. He has a book launch first at Bloom Bars. We Bloom, You Bloom. Check that out. He will be selling his book at the mic.
Yep.
So, and will you be bringing both books?
Yeah.
Yep. So he'll have both books in case anybody wants to, help a brother out, make some, we got to support the little Black businesses, okay? Because we're entrepreneurs. We are out here, creatives. Some of us are doing this full time, whatever the case may be. Just support your local artists, right? Because we need each other in this community, right? We can't prosper without each other. So that has been our interview for Rhythm and Soul Open Mic. I am your host, your curator, Poetic Soul. This is our April feature, Taru Marcellus. Follow him, follow me, see all of the things that we have coming up. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Poetic.
Peace out. See you Saturday.
See you Saturday. How do you get out of here?